Welcome to another edition here, flying the metal flag. And I was given the great privilege of talking to Josh Todd, Buckcherry. He is a great guy. We got to talk many things, including his acting career, which was really awesome to talk about. And they've got a new album out, and I do believe I have it right here. Oh, yes, I do. Roar Like Thunder. Now, this interview was originally broadcast from my radio show, Radio Hitman, way back a couple of months ago. I'm not doing that radio show anymore. And that originally broadcast on 94.7 The Pulse community radio station here in Geelong, Australia. And Josh Todd, awesome fella, great bloke, great interview. So please sit back and relax and enjoy. It is, of course, Josh Todd on Flying the Metal Flag. Yeah, they've been electrifying us now for 30 years, and I'm very lucky now to be interviewing their lead singer, who's one of the best frontmen in the world today. So please welcome Mr. Josh Todd, Buckcherry, Radio Hitman. How you going, Josh?
Hey, thanks for having me. That was a very nice intro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, mate. You're one of the great bands going around today that's delivering rock, which is what we need today.
It is. I agree. Yeah, and this is a great rock record. Roar Like Thunder drops June 13th, Friday the 13th, and it's so good. And we're really excited for it to finally hit the streets.
Yeah, it's one of those albums that definitely delivers what it promises, which is what we need today.
Yeah, I agree. And the only stipulation for us was to make a rocking record this time around. No ballads, no covers, and this thing is a barn burner from top to bottom.
Oh, fantastic. So what was it like putting this one together?
The same process, Stevie and I and Marty wrote all the songs, and it was just a labor of love and a lot of fun. Marty's been in the mix since 2005, and so when we get together, it's just awesome for us. We always fly to Nashville, that's where he lives, and we crank it out.
Oh, fantastic. Well, what about if we hear a song from the album? What would you like to hear?
I like to hear a song called Blackout. It's my favorite song on the record. It's about my youth and when I was a teenager. I'm a very skinny guy by nature, and I could not hold my liquor. So I blacked out a lot, and there was a lot of funny stories behind that. But that's what the song's about.
Fantastic. Well, here it is now. This is Buckcherry on Radio Hitman. And yes, you're back here. This is Radio Hitman, and I'm talking to, of course, Josh Todd there, electrifying frontman of the band. And this is 94.7 The Pulse. And of course, not only is, of course, you've got Raw Like Thunder out, but this is also the 15th. Oh, well, not the 15th, the 20th anniversary of 15. Um,
Yes.
and you, of course, re-released it with bonus tracks. So what was it like revisiting that album?
It was great because it's a great rock and roll story. It was a tremendous comeback story for us. A lot of people had written us off, especially in the industry, and to kind of shove it up everybody's ass with a giant hit song, "Crazy Bitch," like put us back on the map. And we had to really just have a lot of blind faith because nothing said that that record was going to be what it eventually became. So I liked revisiting that moment for sure.
Oh, beautiful. So is this an album that's really because I was trying to work out exactly because it's like your 30th anniversary as a band as well, but also in a
Mhm.
way because it's like your 20th anniversary as well, because it was like your renaissance, really, wasn't it, with this album, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, we got, when we dropped 15, it was our third record, so we have a lot of records out there, and our first record was in 1999, and we had a hit with that record, lit up, put us on the map at that point in time, so just super grateful, and everything is good. Every record that we've ever put out, we really believed in at that time. We dropped it. So, I'm proud of that. And, looking back at all that is, are good memories for me.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's the great thing about this band is you've always put out some strong releases and you never hold back, which is fantastic stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's why I got into this for sure.
No worries. Do you want to hear another song? It can be any song that you want to hear.
Yeah, let's change it up a little faster tempo song when the sun goes down. Try that one.
No worries. Here it is now. This is Buckcherry on Radio Hitman. Now let's talk about something that I feel that's very interesting, something that you did during COVID, that you became something certified. Is this true, is it?
It is true. I became a certified phlebotomist during COVID, and a lot of people bring that up. It's funny, and I worked about 4 months doing that out at a COVID clinic in downtown LA, and I actually really enjoyed it. I love learning new things, and I'm interested in some odd things sometimes, and phlebotomy was one of them. I go to this place, Quest Diagnostics, in the United States to get my blood drawn every year, for my physical, and they have the best phlebotomists there. And some guy took my blood, and he was all tattooed, and this big guy, he drew my blood, and I could not feel it. He was so good at it, and so I instantly just started talking to him and getting into his whole process and how he became a phlebotomist, and I just got interested in it. And I had all this time. I was just sitting there, not, and I gotta be working. I like to work, so I went to school, I passed the exam, I did my internship at in a clinical setting, and then I got a job.
Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome when you think about it.
Yeah, it
Especially
is.
dur
It's cool.
especially during the pandemic though.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was at one point we had a 60% infection rate. It was brutal.
Oh, wow. So that's definitely positive, doing something positive during a time where, people needed something like that for sure.
Yeah, and I got to really work with some amazing people, a lot of first responders, people that were young nurses and in there, everybody was doing everything they could to, support their community and be of service and it was very inspiring actually.
Oh, beautiful. Well, let's hear another song from the album. What would you like to hear?
Oh, let's hear a song called I Go Boom.
Beautiful. Here it is now. This is, of course, Harry on Radio Hitman. And yes, this is 94.7 The Pulse. The show is Radio Hitman, and I'm here with Josh Todd, the great frontman. And yes, let's talk about you and your influences as a frontman. Who are some of your major influences?
Oh, wow. I mean, I am a fan of music, every genre of music. I like great songs. So if it's a country song, I'm going to listen to it if it's good, and so on and so forth. Pop, rap, rock, metal, all of it, So, but like the artists that really influenced me the most would have to be Stevie Wonder, James Brown, Prince, um, AC/DC. What else? Led Zeppelin was very big for me, And then in my punk rock days, it would have to be, Minor Threat, the Toy Dolls, and 7 Seconds.
Wow, that's a pretty pretty good lineup of acts, man. That's cool. So who do you
Yes.
listen to a lot these days?
Oh, I just get obsessed with songs and artists, and right now I got really obsessed with Lionel Richie and the scope of his career. I think he's just so talented. So I got all these old Commodore songs off iTunes, and of course, his solo stuff, and got really into him. And I revisited the Joshua Tree record, the U2 record, which I think is a masterpiece. I listened to that a lot under the influence when I was a young guy. And so to hear it again now, I just when I get obsessed with certain bodies of work, I just study it. I study the song structures and and the words and everything, and I'll listen to it over and over and over, until I exhaust it, and then I'll go on move on to something else.
Oh, beautiful. Has this been a big influence on this new album?
No, no. I mean, the new album was, like finished in November of last year. So I don't even know what I was listening to at that time, but I'm always listening to something. If a new song comes out and I think it's really great, I'll go get it. I'll go buy it. I still buy music, and I create playlists in my phone, and I'm always studying music for sure.
Oh, beautiful stuff. Now, before I tie things up, I've got to ask you about your wife. She has
Yeah.
starred in some of the best movies, my favorite movies, I've got to tell you. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Man, that
Right.
is an awesome picture. I have to tell you that.
Oh, was she in that? I didn't even know that. I
That
don't
was her
remember
that
that.
was her first film.
Oh, I thought it was Dude, Where's My Car, but I'll have to check that out.
It's a cool film. And Dude, Where's My Car is a great film
Yeah. Yeah,
too.
she's great. She's done a lot of commercials too, and her whole foundation was she had a tremendous modeling career since she was 15, so
Oh, wow.
yeah, yeah, she was a Ford model at one point, and has a crazy modeling career as far as like I always tell her like you need to put all this stuff out. Like she got so many covers and Vogue and Bazaar and all kinds of stuff over the years, and it's really neat.
Cool. And you've had a bit of an acting career yourself.
I have, yeah, I did a lot. I did a lot there for a while. It started with the Salton Sea and Eagle Eye and Push Nevada and The Shield, and I did a bit a part on Bones, which was a TV show, a big one at the time. I did an indie film called Lightning Bug, and a lot of stuff.
Oh, The Salton Sea is a very underrated film, though.
Amazing film. It was DJ Caruso's first direction. He's amazing, amazing director. And Val Kilmer was in that. Rest in peace, Val. Love him. And yeah, he's Val is actually the reason I got in that. So
Oh,
he's the reason
really?
why. Yeah, yeah. We were in New Zealand doing a show, and our tour manager goes, "Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but Val Kilmer is here with his girlfriend, and he wants to come to the show tonight." I go, "Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is he doing here?" Like he goes, "Oh, he's on location doing a movie in New Zealand." I was like, and he was dating this young girl at the time. I forget her name, but she was very nice, and she loved Buckcherry, and she's the one who got him to the show. And of course, we put him on the list, and we just started hanging backstage, talking. And at that time, I had a Harley Davidson. We were talking about motorcycles, and he wanted to, get together and ride at some point. And I was like, all right. And I gave him my number, thought nothing of it. Like I'm never hearing from this guy again. And then out of the blue, one day I'm in LA. I just happened to be home. I wasn't on the road, which never happens. And he called me and he goes, "Hey, I'm in LA. I'm getting ready to start this new film called The Salton Sea. I was just wondering if you want to meet me at the Chateau Marmont and have a drink." And I was like, "Sure." I didn't want to tell him I don't drink, but I went there and met him. I got a Red Bull and we sat and talked about this movie that he was going to be doing. And eventually they asked me to be in it.
Oh, wow. That is a cool story.
Yeah, yeah. It
Because
was really
Val's
neat.
one of my favorite actors. He was just awesome in everything that he did.
He's a very talented guy. He's a talented writer. He used to write poetry, and he would like leave me voicemails of his poetry and stuff, and I'd be like, "Val, you gotta publish a book of poetry. This is really great stuff." I mean, he's a really talented guy.
Yeah, I read his autobiography. That was a really great read as well. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I haven't read
Yeah.
that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. I'm your Huckleberry, he called
All
it.
right, I'll look that up.
Yeah. Great stuff. But yeah, the Salton Seas. We'll let the listeners know you have to see that film. Sure.
Yeah, it's good. And Vincent D'Onofrio was great in it.
Oh, Pooh Bear.
Danny Trejo. We were partners in crime on that one, and he's a lovely guy. Like he taught me how to jump rope. Like I was all into boxing workout at that time, and I was learning how to speed rope, jump rope, and so in between, sessions out there on set, we'd just be hanging out, and so I would go outside and I was just trying to jump, get speed rope going quicker. And he goes, "You're doing it wrong. You got to do it like this." And so he taught me how to jump rope like boxers do, and that was awesome.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, it's been awesome talking to you. And um, Raw Like Thunder is one of the best albums so far this year,
Thank you
without a
so
doubt.
much.
And
Appreciate that.
hopefully we're going to see you very soon down under.
Yeah, I think it's going to be after the first of the year. We're talking about it right now, and we're definitely coming. So we're working on it right now. Be announcing
Fantastic.
probably in the next couple months, I would think.
So I thank you very much for your time and
Thank
wish
you.
you all the best with not only the album but all the tours and everything else that you do. So let's um finish up with what you feel is the best song to end off on.
I think the best song to end off on is the one that, ends the record with a bang. It's called Let It Burn. Check it out.
Well, here it is now. Oh, before I go, my last question is always, what's the best thing? Oh, in fact, I'll reword it. What's the best thing about rock?
The best thing about rock, oh wow, would be going to the rock show. I mean, that's the best thing is seeing it live. When I was a kid, that's where you when you went to the rock show, that's where you found your people. You know what I mean? You found your community. You got to, party and cut loose. And I always say you get to be who you want to be at the Buckcherry show. So at any rock show, that's the way I felt. I found my community. You could flirt with girls and try to pick up girls. That was always a big part of the rock show. And you can dance.
Awesome answer. I love live music. It's where it's at, isn't it?
Yes, it is for sure.
Thanks again, Josh. This
Thank you,
is
man. Good seeing
this
you.
this is Buckcherry on Radio Hitman.
Good
Thank
job,
you.
man. You
Thank
take
you,
it
mate.
easy. See
You
you
too,
soon.
mate. See you,
All right.
mate. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this interview here on Flying the Metal Flag. I really hope you enjoyed it, and so does Ben. So we would greatly appreciate it if you click the like button, or even better, subscribe to this channel because there's so many interviews that are coming soon. So please stick around for them and even more, and even the ones that are here already. So please take care and keep it excessive, but most of all, let your metal flag fly high.